Bulls on Parade from Rage Against the Machine's Evil Empire, second album. Let's have a quick look at the guitar parts in this today, starting with that amazing intro, that amazing feel with the drums. Being at a live show, seeing that would be oh so cool. Quick one on tone and tuning and keys and all that kind of stuff. We're in E flat, so tune down a half step, and we're in the key of F sharp. Guitar tone wise, I'm using a humbucker. I think he used his Frankenstrat on that one. So yeah, humbucker in there. And the keys, he used the Marshall 2205. I think it was 50 watt. The keys, his tone is not that heavy. I think people associate Rage Against the Machine with really sort of heavy riffs, and it really has that sound. But he's not that heavy. I think that combination with him and Tim Comerford really have such a great groove. So tone wise, I might even be a little bit more overdrive than he would have had. Okay, so it is a humbucker, but single coil will work if that's what you've got. But again, not a tone that's super distorted and super mid scoop. That's not what you're after on this one. Okay, let's look at the intro. All right, as I said, F sharp minor pentatonic, and you're thinking box one in terms of a reference point for your memory. A lot of his riffs in Audio Slave and in Rage Against the Machine are all based around the minor pentatonic box one, bringing in sort of that blues note as well. A lot of his riffs. I think that's part of his appeal, for me at least. Okay, so I'm on bridge pickup, and you're going to really focus on a lot of muting, a sort of adjacent strings that you're not doing with your left hand while you do this. But we're coming in with octaves, so 4th fret. Pinky, I think, is best. It gives you other strings, other fingers to mute with. So pinky on the F sharp, 4th fret D string, and then F sharp, 2nd fret on the bottom string. Okay, so downstroke on the high F sharp, upstroke with the low F sharp. So that's where you really want to try. You need to release that finger and work on that muting. So a bit slower. Okay, that is that first intro riff. Then there's one other intro-y riff. It's that sort of between that riff we just looked at and the verse. And so he kicks in the wah pedal. Now, the wah pedal there, he's using the sweep, heel to toe, same pattern as your right hand. Okay, so if I kick that in and I'm looking at F sharp 5, so just 2 and 4. Okay, so my foot is following my right hand. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Okay, the key is that you've got that that articulation, that treble articulation when you do toe down with the wah. Okay, on that sort of downbeat. All right. Again, watch your muting. Now, I would only focus on the bottom strings on that one and don't kind of hit all six. It sounds a little bit more controlled, a little bit tighter doing it that way. But again, you need to do muting there. So you're only playing 2/4 of that F sharp 5, but everything else there, the bottom of that pinky and that first finger are muting those strings. Okay. All right, that's sort of all the intro. Two parts covered. Let's look at the verse. Cool thing with the verse, the riff there is in F sharp minor pentatonic. He uses some open strings and he does bring in an extra sort of passing tone there, the F natural there. We'll look at in a second. But the key to the tone, he leaves the wah pedal engaged during this. So if you hear it on the recording, it sounds really sort of, that nasally, that wah kind of sound. In terms of the sweep, I would leave it more towards toe down. Okay, heel down gives you more of the that tone roll all the way off. So it's too muffly, too woolly. If you put toe all the way down, toe down. Okay, so I have toe down and bring it up just a little bit. Can even come back a bit more. Okay, so you've got to experiment with where in the sweep you want to leave that wah engaged. In terms of the notes themselves, I'll just turn the wah off just so I can show it to you. Open E to F sharp, to open A, B, A, so second fret, pull it off, pick it off rather, and then open E to F sharp. Okay, everything's picked, no pull-offs or hammer-ons, everything's picked. And then an F sharp to E, and then onto F. And then it repeats. Okay, that is that riff again. Leave the wire engaged. All right, let's look at the chorus, I suppose what you call the chorus. All right, when I was first learning this, it really sounded like he was hitting an A5. Something like that, but it's not. I found an old YouTube video from the Guitar World offices or something like that where Tom Morello was showing this. So luckily we've sort of got it straight from the man himself. And what he's doing is he's hitting the A here with the second finger, second fret G string, and then the F sharp on the second fret bottom string. Now what you need to do though is you need to mute the strings in between. Okay, hits that, and then on the upstroke hits the octaves here. So second fret, fourth fret on the bottom E and the D strings. Okay, downstroke on that one, and then upstroke on this one. So a little bit of a stretch there. And then release to have the open E. Okay, do the whole thing slowly. Okay, remember, mute those strings with the bottom of your first finger. Let's play it at speed. All right, that's the chorus. After that goes into the verses again, chorus, and then we've got that breakdown between the guitar solo where we're playing exactly the same thing as you did in that that sort of second intro riff on the F sharp, but you're playing it up in B. Okay, same wah pedal pattern as well. Okay, same deal. I would try and focus on the bottom strings while you play that riff. And that's it. Then he's into the guitar solo. Now the guitar solo is using a kill switch. Again, he's got that Franken Strat. He had one installed. And the kill switch is something where you can set the independent volume controls. Well, you can do it with independent volume controls like a Gibson Les Paul or something like that. So you can have one of the pickups off, and then when you toggle between the pickups, you get that sound where you're going between completely cutting the volume and having the volume on. I think he had one installed where, depending on wherever the switch was, it cut the signal out. And that's the way he does that sort of DJ scratching thing. He's just laying his hands across the strings here, but he's bringing in, again, that kill switch. I don't have one on this guitar, so I didn't even try it. But if you have one, or a Gibson or a Les Paul or something, you could give it a go. Okay, Bulls on Parade. Good luck with that one. See you next time.